Here is everything you need to know about Microsoft's new algorithm, VALL-E. VALL-E can take a 3-second recording of someone's voice and create a realistic synthetic version of that voice. So here is an example. You input a short clip of audio,
he told his visitors as he lighted a pipe.
and VALL-E can take and synthesize a voice that sounds identical.
Instead of shoes, the old man wore boots with turnover tops.
What's most interesting about this AI tool is it's able to take a piece of text and differentiate intonation and emotion. So it stops it creating this synthetic computerized voice which has no understanding of the meaning of the words that it is speaking, and it adds a cadence, an intonation, and a feeling of what might be needed. So you can see here that it's taking the emotion.
Her face was against his breast.
And it's maintaining.
We have to reduce the number of plastic bags.
That same anger. You can see here a sleepy voice.
Shut down and tune in.
I would say that the amused intonation is not quite as deliberate as the others.
We have to reduce the number of plastic bags.
So, what are the implications of this new technology? Well, one thing is that it's not necessarily a revolution, more of an evolution, but the improvements are remarkable. Here is an ethics statement on the VALL-E white paper. Since VALL-E could synthesize speech that maintains speaker identity, it may carry potential risks in misuse of the model, such as spoofing voice identification or impersonating a specific speaker. We conducted the experiment on the assumption that the user agreed to be the target speaker in speech synthesis. If the model is generalized to unseen speakers in the real world, it should include a protocol to ensure that the speaker approves the use of their voice and a synthesized speech detection model. So, what happens if your voice is stolen and recreated using this model? Suddenly, there is somebody who sounds exactly like you existing in the world. Does that impact our own notion of identity? And the increase of AI avatars, AI personalities that are generated and exist on the web is going to explode. So now we can keep our voice alive forever. Imagine this. Somebody you loved has died. You can record their voice and keep them alive inside of this voice generator. You can write down conversations that you wish you had with people. Or what about in therapeutic uses where you wish you had a conversation with someone and you wanted to hear something from a mother, a father, a teacher, or a lover? Well, you can create these experiences for developing and exploring your relationships on a deeper level. What about creating deeply experiential therapeutic sessions where you're deeply role-playing with people who have had an immense impact on your psychological makeup? Imagine combining this with ChatGPT to generate realistic conversations and have them voiced with intonation and emotion of a real person's voice are going to lead to an explosion of intricately complex worlds and interactions. You can see that already content generation is popping up with AI involved. Apple has now launched Apple Booked Digital Narration, offering a new way for publishers to automatically generate high-quality AI-narrated audio from written text. Here is an example of an AI narration in the Apple audio books.
Drew his eye, and a woman emerged. At first, he wasn't sure. The woman was about the right age, but there was something.
So there is this beautiful soprano female voice that certainly would work very well for romance. However, for me, something on a deep level can recognize this as synthetic. And although you will be able to lose yourself in the voice, I would still prefer an authentic human voice in this situation. And this is the baritone version.
I looked up to find a wall of trees had materialized ahead of us. I hadn't noticed because I'd been staring at my feet. I couldn't believe the fields actually had an end.
And again, there is some intonation, some emotional inflection in the voice, and yet there is this slight recurrence to a monotonous voice that reduces the experience to something that is not quite as fluent and lustrous and lilting and effervescent as the human intonation. But obviously, it's going to improve rapidly. And I would say that the inflection, the reading, the oratorship is obviously almost at the level of a professional human. So it far outweighs the vast majority of what people who are not trained or able to do can achieve. And that is the key. I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly worried about my own unique talents being superplanted by AI. But for the moment, I think it is important to take these tools and collaborate with them to create what we can. Whilst we still can, the last embers of creativity are here. And of course, this can be used for those who have lost their voice due to disability and gives people a realistic voice. I'm sure Stephen Hawking would have appreciated this. Rest in peace. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, why not check out this video next, where you'll learn some exciting ways to use ChatGPT to create money. I'm Samson Bowles. This is Delightful Design. Have a delightful day.